Okay, a very good evening to everyone from ASEAN. My name is Andrew Chow, together with my colleague Ratna. We'd like to welcome you to our briefing for our China-ASEAN New Smart City Innovation and Entrepreneurship Competition. This is actually our third year organizing it, but this competition has been around for 5 years. I think starting way back 2018, 19, 2020, 21, and this year 2022. Of course, for the last 2 years, we were having COVID and a lot of competition. It's done online, and this year is no difference except that it will be hybrid, not like before when it's purely virtual. So today we're going to have one very simple objective is to tell you everything about the how to submit your document for the competition. So I believe a lot of things that we shared are already on the website. Maybe it's a little bit more detailed. So at the end of it, what we want to achieve is to go through a simple presentation, and then we have Q&A, and then we have we'll wrap up this evening with Dr. Pietro from Chulalongkorn University. He will give us some encouragement because his team was also the past participants about 2 years ago. At the end of the day, we want to hold your hand. So if you're not sure which category to go and you're not sure whether you're ready, don't worry. We will follow up with you through WhatsApp, through WeChat, through Line if you are from Thailand. We'll make sure that you are all the way being taken care of until the 3rd, which is the final submission date. Right. So, and then after that, if you're shortlisted, we hold a hand even more. So don't worry. We are famous for hand-holding people. All right. This is not a competition where we just ask you to sign up and then you'll not hear from us. So without further ado, can I request Ratna to go to the next slide, please? Ratna?
Hi,
Ratna.
Andrew. Yes,
Ratna, next slide, please.
Yeah.
Okay, so so this is the competition brief. Next slide, please. So this is our management, myself, my advisor, which is the chairman for last year. Ratna is here, and we have two friendly intern that is helping us. They understand Xingming and Lai understand the campus life very well. They have been into startup as well. So all of us are very competent enough to take care of you from now all the way to the submission dates. Next. So let's watch our video launch that we prepared during 5th of July in our Singapore official launch. No, if I missed it, let's watch it again. You didn't share sound, Ratna. Ratna, is there any problem?
Hang on. Okay, can you hear the sound now?
No, nothing at all.
Okay.
No, at the share option, at the screen share, there is a share sound.
I clicked the computer audio and it's not. Okay.
Yep.
Our world is changing, adapting, transforming from innovation to progression. We advance towards a smarter world. Welcome to China-ASEAN New Smart City Innovation and Entrepreneurship Competition 2022. Using information and communication technology (ICT) to improve operational efficiency and quality of life. A smart city optimizes city functions through big data and smart technology, which in turn promotes economic growth. From all corners of the world, a multitude of ideas emerged and formed the foundation of our smart cities today. Do you have what it takes to add to the betterment of this grand design? With two different categories to compete for, enable your vision, your ideas to come alive. All startups from the ASEAN countries are welcome to register. Registration closes on 3rd August 2022. All shortlisted startups will compete on 18th to 19th August 2022. Grand finalists will also enjoy the incubation of Cloud Bay, allowing you to gain access to the ecosystem, network, and connection of China's market. Everyone's journey starts somewhere. Take your first steps with us.
Okay, so this was a launch video what we did for the launch itself. And of course, at the launch, we had quite a good event as well in Singapore. So the next video we're going to play for you, it's a recap of what happened on the 5th.
A very warm welcome to our 5th China-ASEAN's New Smart City Innovation and Entrepreneurship Competition.
Okay, so thank you, Rana. And I'm going to share to you now a very important thing, why join this competition, right? Next slide. It's your gateway to China, of course, and these are the 6 reasons why you should join this competition. So number 1, it's a great opportunity to connect with a lot of different startups in ASEAN. Every year when we have different teams from all over the 10 members country, there's a lot of good networking, there are a lot of good connections that you can have. And it is actually a good learning ground for future pitching in the China market. A lot of startups would say, I'm not ready. I am thinking about China, but I don't think I'm ready. Maybe I should wait for 2 more years, right? Now, do not worry whether you are already prepared to go China or not for now. As long as you want to learn about China market, you can join this competition, and precisely this competition, we have training, we have mentor to prepare you for China market. We even, for those of us who are into the grand finals, we have experts from China mentoring us on how to give better presentation and how to adjust our pitch to the China market. So it is great. And for those of us who are in Malaysia, we have planned a few networking sessions with potential investors as well. So we started already in Singapore, and we're coming to Malaysia. We're going to maybe Philippines, even doing, well, we have one that is planned in Cambodia. So we will get to you eventually. So it is not a lonely journey of just connecting online, but you also will meet real people for opportunities. And of course, when you are part of the ecosystem like us, you will also have chance to pitch your projects to other venture capitalists. So for those of us who submit your projects, and if you are somehow not shortlisted for the ASEAN prelim, do not be discouraged, because there will be other chance for you. So don't put your head down too much. Be very focused, because opportunities are everywhere. And I'm trying to create a lot more opportunities for all our startups all over ASEAN. And this is a year that I want to make it a new mission, all right, in my life. And of course, for some of us who may be first time pitching, we don't know how to adjust our deck. We don't know how to make our points stick. We don't know how to present our USP better. Don't worry. We also have pitch clinic that helps you to get better in your pitch. So, but we do want your commitment to do the first cut first, and then from your deck, we can advise you accordingly. So no one is left behind. No one is left at a loss or don't know what to do. And of course, if you go to the grand finals, right? So if you're the top 6 in every category, we're looking at 12 teams from 24 teams that we shortlist. Excuse me. So from 24 teams that we have, after the ASEAN prelim, we're going to have 12 teams only. And these 12 teams, when they go to grand finals, some of them will be handpicked by CloudBay to be incubated. And what is the advantage of being incubated by all this? All right. So one thing I tell you, CloudBay is the big data company. It's a state-owned company. That means to say, if you want to have any access to big data, CloudBay is the company. And CloudBay is in Nanjing as well. So CloudBay will also connect you with a lot more stakeholders that is operating in China. So you need someone, a big brother, to help you to gain access to China. And that is why this competition is so important. You're not here just for the prize money. You're not here just to get experience for pitching, but you're here to gain access to valuable network that you otherwise would take many, many months, if not years, to gain access. So the next part of the presentation, I will leave it to Ratna to your documentation by the 3rd of August. Ratna, please.
Thank you so much, Andrew. So building on into what Andrew has shared earlier, so we'll just want to share a case study of our past grand finalists who managed to basically venture into the Chinese market. So firstly, we've got Jeremy Ma, who is the founder of New XP. So basically, when he joined our competition, he only had business idea. And after joining our competition, he managed to successfully turn that idea into business in China, and eventually also connect ASEAN business with the China Nanning, and also expand his influence in the region as well. So at the same time, he also managed to collaborate with Alibaba Tmall, the largest annual shopping event in China, 618 Shopping Festival in 2021. So this is one of the past case studies we have. And we also have Yen Lo. He's the founder of Travel, and basically during COVID, the hospitality industry is kind of like stuck. So because of that, he has to pivot his business. So he decided to join our competition, and he managed to be mentored by our Alibaba Group senior advisors, and also set up his business in China, and eventually preparing to expand into China, where the domestic tourism has boomed. And Ian and Jeremy will be our mentors as well. So they have done that. Then they can also, advise you in how you can venture your business into China. Last but not least, we also have Belle, the founder of Buzz AR. So basically, after she joined our competition, she managed to, make her business China home base to Nanning, as well as open up more business opportunities as well. She secured multiple 7-figure contracts against billion-dollar AI competitors as well. And at the same time, she has future 500 companies in China are all her clients as well. Yeah, so these are some of the past clients that managed to actually really venture their business into China. Just imagine that if you can realize whatever ideas you have and bring your business into reality, or even scale your business into China, how would you feel? And next, we have two different categories of the competition. The first one is the startup, and the second one is the scale up. So what's the difference? Basically, the startup are, you only have an idea, you don't know how far you can actually stretch yourself, and you have a small team of 3 people, and you don't have any revenues, and you need some funding to actually kickstart your project or your solution. So this you can apply for the startup competition, startup categories, and the comprehensive categories. Basically, you have minimum viable products, as well as you have dedicated team people in your company. You're also generating some revenues as well, and you need some funding to expand and grow your business, especially into the Chinese market. So these are the scale up category. So don't get mixed up. If you have no revenue, it's only idea, you apply for the startups. If your business has already been running, apply for the scale up. Yeah. And some judging criteria that you need to take note of. Just remember two P's. The first one is the project plan. The second one is the pitch performance. So basically, the project plan, what are they looking for? What are the judges are looking for? Innovation and creativity. Basically, you need to presented your ideas and solutions to contextualize it into the Chinese market. So the judges want to see that you really taking put a thinking cap to really contextualize your solutions, your ideas into how you can actually solve some of the challenges in the China market. So what you can do is that to actually refer into our learning resources, where we actually share with you the China 5-year plan. So you can read up a bit about some of the challenges that they face and how you can actually tweak your ideas into solving some of their problems. So the second one is the commercial values, some of your business model, and how you can also share ROI analysis as well, your competitors and all that. If you have, friends, local Chinese friends, ask them like, how would you market, certain product or services in China? So you can get a bit of like, insider information into how you can also contextualize the solutions into the Chinese market. And last but not least is public service. So basically you need to, not necessarily your business can be like super most profitable, but I think the China, they wanted to also see that your solution can actually help to benefit the public as well. How can this serve the larger Chinese population as well? Yeah, so you can, read up a bit more about like some of the companies that actually managed to succeed in China and what they do in terms of contextualize the solutions to be able to benefit the public as well. So that's basically the first part. And the second part basically is your pitch performance. Is basically your delivery, how you can put your pitch deck in a way that it is well structured and relevant, and to be also in terms of the delivery part, you also put up some critical thinking behind the ideas that you are presenting as well. And another part is also team synergy in terms of how you and your team can actually work together to really present your ideas in a way that is effective and also engaging, and to be able to also solve some of the problems in China as well. And these are our panel of judges. We have Mr. Ivan Liu, the CEO of Show Investment. We also have Jana, the co-founder and CEO of Mayro and She Loves Tech. Dr. Chia, who is the senior lecturer at University Malaysia Sarawak. And we also have Celine, Chief Data Officers from Bank of Singapore, and Alvin, the partner of our Kuhar Venture Capital. So these are our panel of judges. And just some competition timeline for your informations. So our registration closing date will be on the 3rd of August. So please submit whatever necessary documents, which I'm going to share a little bit later, before 3rd of August. Don't send like very last minute, yeah? And so for the competition itself is on the 18th and 19th of August. So 18th of August is for the startup category and 19th of August is for comprehensive category, right? And it will be done virtual and live stream on Facebook as well as our YouTube as well, yeah. So the top 12 teams from each category will actually represent will represent ASEAN in the grand finals. So it will be on the 24th of September. Yeah. So here's the competition format. You will be required to present 6 to 8 minutes pre-recorded video pitch with slides in English. Right. There will be a 5 minutes live Q&A with the judges in English. And the preliminaries will be streamed live on our Facebook page as well as the YouTube channel. And the top 6 teams from each category will advance to the grand final. So the total of 12 teams will represent ASEAN in the grand finals, right? On the 24th of September, which is the grand finals, it will be live streamed live from Nanning, and the requirements will be 10 to 12 minutes pre-recorded video in English. So don't worry if you cannot speak Chinese, because everything is presented in English. There also will be 5 minutes live Q&A, and yeah, that's about all. So these are very important documentation that is required for you for the submission. So firstly, you need to introduce your team. So a 2 minutes video in MP4 format. You need to share about what's your startup project, introduction of your team, how's your project a smart city innovation, as well as maybe hope and aspiration from this China-ASEAN competition. So there is the format that you need to put when you submit, because there are like a lot of submission, right? So it helps us to kind of like make our work a little bit easier. So please name your team introduction according to the format. The second one is you need to submit 6 to 8 minutes pre-recorded pitch video with presenter. So we would recommend to use Zoom. So you presented a PowerPoint slide together with you presenter, so we can actually see your face in the video, pre-recorded video. Yeah, and then the third one is your PowerPoint slides in PDF format. Last but not least is a 2-page executive summary in PDF format, where you actually share about some of the description of your product and services, your current team, the market you plan to enter, your competitor, the timeline for implementation, as well as the financial needs for the year ahead as well. So these are the 4 important documents required for the submission before 3rd of August. The last, so this is the sample of the video pitch deck you may want to take note of. So it's a PowerPoint together with your presenter. Yeah, so we want to see your face here. Okay, and as one of the example as well, Jeremy from Universal Aquaculture, he basically contextualized his solution into the Chinese market. So this is very, very important, because generic slide deck will not get you shortlisted. And also one of the thing that is also that I wanted to highlight as well, please do not send your corporate videos, because that's not what we are looking for. Yeah. All right, the competition prize. Basically, the first prize is 50,000 renminbi. The second prize is 40,000, and the third prize is 25,000. Consolation prize is 15,000 renminbi. But most importantly, like what I shared earlier in the case studies of our past winners, right? Many of our winners are their projects are being incubated by CloudBay. So as far as CloudBay is concerned, basically they are the bridge to really bring you into the Chinese market. So yeah, so I just wanted to highlight that there are so much more values than just the prize money itself, but really venturing into the competitive Chinese market. These are the 4-tiered support system for the grand finalists, which Andrew has touched a little bit earlier. So basically what you will get is the preparation package. So you will get some of the resources as well, like the learning resources and the registration info kit will be available when we will actually basically send you an email with all the information required for you to apply for the competition. The second part of it is Pitch into China clinic. So basically we will share with you some of the overview about the competition, about the Nanning, China, and how you can actually thrive during the competition itself. The third one is virtual training by Singapore top trainers. Basically, you will be, equipped with some of the trainings as well, like pitching, as well as managing anxiety, as well as how you can also do your social media and branding as well. Last but not least, you will get the opportunity to be mentored by our elite mentors. So one-to-one coaching if you manage to go all the way to the grand finals. So here's our mentors panel. Jeremy and Ian, our past winners. We also have Peiru, Adrian, Samantha, as well as Ethan Tan as well. So you will get the opportunity to be mentored by these mentors. And how to thrive in the competition. So basically, you need to be, in order for you to be able to thrive in the competition, you need to be able to identify and solve the problems in China. So do a bit of research into the Chinese market, like what I shared. Please refer to the learning resource guide, where we also share a couple of links that you may want to take a look for you to help you in preparing for the submission. So there is a 5-year goal plan of China that you can refer to, and how you can contextualize your solutions into the needs. You need to be able to have a strong presentation skill, business model, and determined to really scale your business into the Chinese market, as well as display strong confidence to succeed with humility to learn. So this is the link for you to register for the competition. You can scan the QR code, or you can also type the link as well. Please don't worry about the link, because we are going to send all the necessary informations required for the competition via email. Yeah. And these are the registration info kit, as well as the learning resources. You can scan now, or you can wait for our email as well, that we will be sending shortly after this or tomorrow morning. Yeah. So I'm going to pass to Andrew for him to share a little bit more about the pitching platform. Andrew, please.
So for the ASEAN prelim level, so just now we mentioned, right, you have to have a pre-recorded video. Now, if you really cannot find a green screen to do that, all right, if you cannot find a green screen, then you do a recorded video. But if you can find a green screen to record yourself, pass the video to us. Our team will put the your green screen, your whole team onto our extended reality studio. So this year we have incorporated a lot of AR, MR, and extended reality. So basically, right, our studio is a extended LED wall and floor. So why are we doing this? Because we want to increase and raise our game in our level of pitching. All right, so how does it look like? Maybe next slide. Next slide. No, too fast. Okay, so our studio looks like this, where we have prepared a lot of smart city backdrop that is we have 8 sets. Definitely we have one that is suitable to you. So you just need to record yourself on green screen, and we will put you here as if you are here in the studio, in a smart city studio for us, so that we can integrate your entire presentation into this show itself. So just now, the recorded video is just for us to shortlist, but if you're shortlisted, you may have to do it again at a much higher level, because we wanted to integrate all of you inside the studio so that we can have a solid, immersive experience. So our studio, it's equipped with state-of-the-art equipment. We have camera tracking. So if you are in a Singapore team, or you want to fly down to Singapore to record, as you walk, the camera follow you, right? So we have a lot that I want to share to you, but only for those who are shortlisted. So my encouragement to all of you is this: try your very best to get shortlisted, because you're going to have one hell of an amazing experience, all right, using extended reality in your pitching. Next slide, please. So these are some of the, these are just one of the different sets that we have. So it's like a new studio, right? So can you imagine the MC is standing there introducing you, and the next moment you are here in the same studio, but in a different backdrop, and you can do your pitch. So this is really amazing. And what are the different types of backdrop that we have prepared for you? Let's look at it in the next slide. Next one, please. No, too fast. Next one. All right. So we have smart farming, smart transport, smart building, smart energy, smart healthcare, digital citizenship, digital government, and smart manufacturing. So I'm very sure that one of your pitches will fall along with these 8 categories. And if not, we have a generic one. Definitely every one of you will be very memorable. I can tell you that after this competition, you may even want a copy of our video with you during your pitch. All right. So that is one of the very, very good key takeaway. If you join our competition, you get to really have 3D effect of your pitch itself. Right. Next one. So we can actually design. So at the back, it's all virtual. All right. Of course, we can add a little bit of AR element inside. For example, when you talk about growth, all right, the bar chart can grow by itself, maybe next to you, right? So all this technology, we have to pre-prepare, and we get to work with all of you during the rehearsal. So remember, 18, 19 is the competition, 18 for startup, 19 for comprehensive, 16, 17 will be the rehearsal. All right, so try to make yourself available, because our technical team will contact you to re-record your presentation in green screen. Next. So today we have a very competent and very close friend of ours. Is the Coorganizer from Thailand. He comes from the best universities in the whole of Thailand. Chulalongkorn University. He's a senior lecturer in entrepreneurship. He's also the deputy executive director. So I am happy to introduce Professor Pietro Bonsanto. Professor, please.
Thank you, Andrew. So let me congratulate to all the participants for being here. This is a very good competition. As a university, Chulalongkorn University has been supporting this competition actively for 2 years. This is the 2nd year. And so we are really happy to see many teams from Thailand participated in this competition. We originally got to know about the competition 3 years ago, and back then the competition didn't make so much inroads in Thailand yet. But in the past 2 years, we have seen an increase of interest from Thai students and Thai startups. And this is in line with what Thailand, ASEAN, generally speaking, and China aim for. So for further connectivity and increase trade and exchange between China and all Southeast Asia. So I would like to encourage all the teams to do your best for this competition, to submit your best presentation and pitch and startups, and to really solve the pain points that are shared between Chinese and ASEAN society. Back to you, Andrew.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Pietro. It's always great to have someone like him who is so supportive. I believe Thailand has one of the best culture for entrepreneurship. All right, so for those of you who are from Thailand, maybe you can shout out onto the chat to say hello to your professor. And if you are a student here from universities, I want to make an appeal to you. Now, I'm very sure that in your network, you know of seniors who are already well ahead in the startup journey. You might want to let them know that they are still eligible to participate in the comprehensive category. So of course, I have this question all the time. How do I know whether I'm in a startup or in the comprehensive? It's the first question we address, right? But now I want to make it very simple to you. If you are a student and it is only a project based on an idea, you have not tested it, you're not set up any company to do it, then you are automatically inside the startup category. If you're at the pre-seed level, okay, you have not started a business, but you already incorporated a company, you will still be under the startup category. Okay, now, if you have already done something with your product, you have a prototype, that means to say your proof of concept is done. You have some forecast of the numbers, you already been selling it, or maybe doing some prototype, you are selling at a discount for a few months or even 1 year, you are considered as comprehensive. So it is easier to be in the startup because many of the teams are student team and very young pre-seed team. Okay, the judges will be easier on you. So comprehensive team, you are getting ready for more funding. Therefore, your stress level is also higher. You have to be very, very sharp in your presentation. So that's why I say, let this competition be a learning ground, because when you face questions from the judges, you are also learning about how refined your ideas are. And that is very important because you may think your ideas are the best in the world. Trust me, I have met many startup founders who fall in love with their ideas because no one tells them it may not work. But the judges will be very, very sharp, and the input from the judges will be very, very beneficial to all of you. So I hope all of you can take this opportunity and submit. It's not difficult to get your documents ready because all you need to do is to get your guys to do a 2-minute video. That's number one, right? Number two, get your deck ready, right? Number three, use the same deck and try to do a presentation pitch for 6 minutes. Now, you have fulfilled 3 objectives, am I right? Number one, it's your team video, 2 minutes. Number two, get your PowerPoint ready into PDF. Number three, use Zoom to present it in 6 minutes. You already fulfilled 3. Now the fourth one is even simpler. It's going back to refer to your slides and prepare a simple executive summary, a 1-page A4 summary on your project. That's all. So it's very simple. Don't take too much time on it. My team, after tonight, we will contact you via WhatsApp or line. So we will get a text from us to help you follow through all the way to the 3rd. Now, does it sound good? Yeah, all of you, all 100 of you, I know only 59 came today, but everyone will receive this particular webinar link. You will also be receiving a link to this presentation so that you can take your time to scan the code to submit your document. And we will also have the support from us through personal messaging. So we ask for all your mobile, we will be contacting you. So don't worry, rest assured, you'll all be taken care of. So for those of you, you have friends who want to come but they didn't sign up, just forward the link to them and they will know what to do. So I would now like to open up certain question if you have. Anyone has any question? You just have to put it up in a Q&A. Okay, put it up in Q&A and we will answer it. Now, one question is, do you need to speak Chinese? Now, you don't have to speak Chinese at all. Even when you are shortlisted and you finally win to the grand finals, you still do not need to speak Chinese. We just need to have your video so that the China will do the caption for Chinese. Yeah. But I can tell you something. The experience you have pitching in Singapore in the ASEAN level will be better than that in China. Okay, because we really prepare the studio for this particular pitch itself. So if I were you, right, for this lifetime experience, for the joy of having your presentation captured on a solid video makeup of mixed reality, this is priceless. I can tell you, if you send this video to the next investor, they will be impressed. Because the first thing you ask is, how do you do that? All right, so we have one question that comes in. Let's look at it. Is there an age limit? Now, there's no limit. There's no age limit. You can be a comprehensive level. I have founders who are above 50, right? Yeah, if you're 61, all right, you're about my age. So there is no age limit, right? You can submit an idea. We want the legitimacy of the idea itself. So how many teams joined last year? I think it's close to 100 teams joined last year or slightly more, all right? But we can only shortlist 24. So as I said, if you're not shortlisted, don't worry. You don't have to leave us straight away. We will still want to connect with you because there are other opportunities we want to give to you. So from this year onwards, 2022 will be a year that will help every single authentic and earnest startup to realize a dream. All right. Of course, you have to be serious about what you do, because if you're not serious about what you do, then it's very difficult for us to help you. All right, we got one more question here. Regarding the previous PowerPoint slide question, will we have to use the same set of slides every time they wish? Now, you can do you will be refining your set of slides. There is no perfection. So I don't know whether this person is meaning, do you have to use the same set of slides every time you pitch? Now, you may use it now, but 3 months later, you may want to refine your slide. Then it's a different deck of slide, right? So I'm not sure whether this is what you are trying to ask.
Maybe I will just add on because I answer his question on the chat. So basically, whatever you submit for the PowerPoint slide deck, it has to be the one that you presented on the video pitch deck. So that's what you need to present. So with regards to the same set of slides every time or round that we pitch, not necessary, because every time, if for example you are selected to present into the grand finalists, you are actually given the opportunity to resubmit your video pitch deck as well as your PowerPoint slides again. So as what I shared earlier, the competition format for the grand finalists is 10 to 12 minutes of presentation. So you can tweak whatever you get from the feedback, from the mentorship as well, to actually resubmit your video pitch deck into the grand finalists. Yeah. Right.
Okay. So next question. Rana, can you help me to...
Sure.
Okay. So the next question, do you suggest pitching only by one person or more than one? So this is a very interesting question. So imagine, right, you have a team and it is one person pitching, right? So I do encourage all of you, if you have 2 people in your team, try to split the work into 2 different people. All right, that's my suggestion. Okay. Now, someone asked, they are still confused with the green screen thing. Okay, you don't worry about that right now. Okay, you only worry about this if you are shortlisted. So when you are shortlisted, I will give you a lot more briefing. A team will contact you to tell you what to do. All right, and you can do it yourself. We just want your pitching experience to be high level. So you don't have to do a green screen when you submit for registration. Please don't go and do green screen. Just do a normal presentation pitch deck with your picture, with your video on top, and you presenting the slide, just like Zoom, just like what we are doing now. We only need that to shortlist people. We worry about the green screen after we shortlist. That means on the 5th of August, we will announce who are the team shortlisted. Only then we work with those teams on the green screen shooting. If you are not from Singapore, if you're in Singapore, you do it immediately in our studio. All right. If you're from Vietnam, from Bangkok, from Manila, from maybe Phnom Penh, we would be helping you to record green screen. So again, don't worry. How many slides should the pitch be? You just imagine you got a 6-minute pitch and your slide, one slide should stay for about 15, 20 seconds. You're looking at 18 to 19 slides. So please don't prepare a deck that has 40 slides. You will not have time to go through a meaningful one. Remember this wisdom I want to share to you. Less is more. Don't squeeze a lot of words into one deck. Okay? The judges won't be able to read all, even though they will be watching your video before. So the best way is to be memorable, give clarity. All right, if you have a lot of numbers, just present the most important one. Okay, and try not to use so many words to describe how good your product is to the solution of smart city. So not all team members are obligated to present. Some team members are in the background helping to do the deck. You are also a team member, right? Some team members are asked to do the video, right? So again, everybody works as a team. You must decide who is going to do what. So we're not very particular. Anyway, we will be guiding all the shortlisted ones. But as of today, my commitment to you is that we will start contacting all of you, whether or not you attended this briefing, because the link we sent to you will help you to have a meaningful submission by the 3rd of August, midnight. So that is our commitment so far right now. Wow, all the questions are all gone. Happy. All right. So this is our contact. So you can follow us on Facebook. You can follow us on Instagram. If you are active on LinkedIn like I do, you can follow us on LinkedIn. Definitely we have a YouTube channel. Just key in China-ASEAN New Smart City. You will find our channel. Please follow it. The Facebook Live will be on. The YouTube Live will be on, and LinkedIn Live will also be on during the 18th and the 19th of August, right? Okay. So we wanted 12 teams for setup, 12 teams for comprehensive, and we try to spread it evenly with all the countries. And if you have any question, all right, you can email to Ratna or competition@china-asean.com, and then we will talk to you after tonight. So we will send all the things to you, and thank you very much for your question. Let me answer one last question before I go. What's the maximum number of people per team? Okay, you should have 3. If you have 10, it's okay too. Okay, maybe only 3 of you are working full time, right? So yeah, there's no maximum. Okay, but I think you should have 3. So if you have a lot of people in one team, maybe some other team will need you. All right, so thank you very much, everyone. It's been a pleasure. We want to finish this in 15 minutes, and we have done that. So a big thank you for Dr. Pietro to be gracing this occasion. All right. In fact, this is the first time that you and I, all right, last year, I know you deal with Caleb, you deal with Ben, you deal with Mike, but this year, it's Rana and myself, and we really thank you for being part of us. And of course, Namtip, who is partner, Pietro, thank you very much for being here as well. And of course, let's give a round of applause to Ratna, who have given the bulk of the presentation. I'm sure she's clear, and I'm sure that you will need her because she has such a calming effect. If you are stressed about the competition, you'll know why you need to talk to her. All right. So we'll send you everything after tonight through email and through text, and we hope that all of you will have a nice journey submitting. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
We are looking forward to your application submission.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Petro.
Thanks, Andrew. Good to
Thank
see you. Good to
Pietro.
see you, Ratna.
Same here.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, I'm going to shut off. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.